Different assignment, but
No, I meant like the same.
Anthony, do you have a book, sir?
same idea. Same idea. All right, so. In our last assignment, we solved equations. Solving what's that? You guys are on page 89. Can we follow Anthony, please? Is on page 89? Please.
I can put it on the plug.
Huh?
I can put it on the plug.
Second. Give me the phone. Give me the charger. Why is the phone so hot?
I'm on it 24/7.
Blow up, dude. I know why. Because it's Android.
Yeah.
All right. Our last lesson, we solved equations using addition and subtraction. Now we're solving equations using multiplication and division. Do you need something? We're not going to get started until you get the book open, so you're with us. All right. Page 89. Okay, so you guys recall we were solving problems like this. X plus 4 equals 14.
16.
X plus 6 equals 14, yes. So we use the opposite function, right?
Yeah.
If they ask us to add, what do? We subtract. Because we're going to be that opposite kid that's exactly the opposite of what they ask us to do. So our last assignment, X plus 6, how do we get X by itself?
So we subtract 6 and do the same for 14.
Exactly, subtract 6, we're using one side, you have to do the other. And then this cancels us out. And what's 14 minus 6? 8.
7.
Okay. 8.
Oh.
8. So that's the purpose of what we did last time, okay? We're still doing the same thing, only we're doing it with multiplication and division.
Oh.
It's not hard. We're just doing the opposite. We always just have to remember we're using the opposite function every single time, okay? So for the opposite function, first of all, did you guys have any questions about the assignment we just did with the adding and subtracting?
No.
You guys all got submitted, except I know you were out.
What is this?
But
Didn't I already
This looks
submit?
scary.
it's not, I promise. It
For
looks scary.
me, do you look at it too?
Yeah, it looks scary, but I promise you it's not.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
I
sir.
think I turned that assignment in, didn't
Well, I'll check.
Why don't you just so?
If you turned it in the first day we started it, you may have. Okay, so you see it, it may look scary, it may look difficult. Let's go over one to begin with, okay?
Does the equals mean divide?
What? 270 equals 2p.
Whoa.
What does it mean when you see a number next to a letter?
Oh, multiplication.
Multiplication. What is the opposite of multiplication?
Division.
So all we're gonna do is the opposite of what they're asking us.
How do you know if it's a, when there's a number next to it?
Exactly. It's the number
Yeah,
next to a
letter.
letter.
Yeah.
We've already covered all the ways of multiplication, right? You can have a number next to a letter in parentheses.
So we start on that side.
Whatever side the variables are, because the idea is to get the variable by itself. So in this problem, particular problem, yes, the variable is on the opposite side, which we're not used to seeing too often. But either way, whatever number is with the variable, we're going to get it by itself by dividing. Can we just do one side of the equal sign? No.
Now we gotta do both sides.
Exactly. We're going to do one side, you do the other. So we're going to divide by 2. What is 2 divided by 2?
1.
1. So this leaves us with 1p, which essentially just cancels out, leaving us with p. Right? So we don't have to write the 1. And then we do the math. Something on the calculator was 270 divided by 2. 135. 135 equals p, or you could write p equals 135. Either would be okay.
This is easy.
It is easy.
Uh,
I'm it's more difficult.
What if there's no letter next to the thing?
Then we're not solving for anything. That's the whole purpose, is to solve
So
for
this is just gonna be division?
this one is. But remember, the title is solving equations by multiplying or dividing. I also want to show you how to check this. Same way, remember we created that line before? We created this thing here, we had 270 equals 2p. So we rewrite it, 270 equals, what do we determine that p is?
134.
135, so instead of 2 times P, it is 2 times 135. Somebody do 2 times 135, 270. Does 270 equal 270?
Yeah. Nah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, since it does, we know we're right. So we can go ahead and move on. P does in fact equal 135. Okay, that's one of the more simple ones.
I gotta write that. I gotta write that.
Please do. I'll give you guys a second to get that written down. So remember, it doesn't matter what side of the equation the variable's
Wait,
on,
this is in the book.
we have to solve for it. It isn't a book. These are examples. Yes, sir. When it comes to dividing, I'm going to show you guys 2 different ways to do it, okay? One I find to be more efficient, as long as you understand the concept, okay? Get it?
Yeah.
Here we go. So look. Let's go back for a quick refresher, because I want to make sure you understand this before we get into any kind of division. I got x plus 6 equals 14. Why are we using the opposite? We already agreed we're using negative 6, right?
Why are we using all?
Why are we doing that?
Because that's like pair,
Because we want to cancel this, right?
to get x by itself.
We want to get x by itself. So in the same sense, the one we just solved, where we had 270p, or 270 equals 2p, why do we divide by both sides by 2?
And that's what the number.
Same rule, because we want to cancel. See, if we do the opposite here, it cancels out and we're just left with x, right?
Right.
By dividing by the same number, it cancels and just leaves us with p. That's our whole goal, get the variable by itself, okay? Keep that in mind when we move into some division.
So we're doing division there or no?
Yes, it's part of this assignment. It's multiplication and division. So if we, remembering our rules that we went over, there's rules for addition and subtraction, rules for multiplication and division, right?
Right.
If we have 5r equals negative 20, what's our first step going to be? What are we trying to get by itself?
So we trying to get the R by itself.
Okay, so what is this?
Y'all gonna do it by 5.
Say it again?
By 4.
We
Do what by five?
this by
Divide by
five.
five?
You're gonna divide by 5.
And
Exactly.
do
One
the
side or
same
both
thing
sides?
for
Both.
Both sides, perfect. Divide both sides by 5. And what does this do?
we
Cancel out.
Cancels out, we're done with that.
Yeah,
R
R gonna go
equals.
down.
Now, what are the rules for multiplication and division? Do you guys remember?
Oh, yeah.
I know you know, listen, in addition and subtraction, we look at the signs to determine if we're going to add or subtract the numbers, and the answer is assign a larger number, right?
Right.
Who remembers the rules for multiplication and division? Yes.
So the signs are the same. It's if it's different. No, wait, negative and
Negative and positive, right. So if the signs are the same, our answer is going to be,
Negative or positive.
if the signs are the same, our answer is positive. If the signs are different, our answer is negative. So this is just straight division. What is 20 divided by 5? And you guys have calculators, feel free.
Wait, 20 divided by
20 divided by 5. 4, okay. So now is it going to be positive 4 or negative 4?
negative.
Okay, it is negative 4. Why is it negative 4?
Because one sign is different.
Right, because the signs are different, exactly. So, again, you guys already have the rules down, so we're good, as long as we remember we're doing opposites, right?
Right.
And then our rules for multiplication and division come in play, because
signs
now,
are different to negative, right?
if the signs are different to negative, signs are the same as positive, absolutely. Okay. So now we introduce you to some division. There's 2 ways to do it, and I'm going to show you both, like I said. The first division problem is x over negative 9 equals negative 3. So x over negative 9 equals negative 3. All right. So the book is going to show you, this is a fraction, right?
Right.
So So,
It's already did this step for you.
pardon me?
It's already did this step for you.
It hasn't done the step. Watch. What number do we know is always next to every letter if there's no other number next to it? How many of these are there?
A lot.
That's X? How many is there? There's no
One.
number.
One.
One,
You're
right?
you're gonna divide it.
So essentially, this is division, so we're looking to do the opposite, which is,
Multiply.
so it's essentially a 1 here, okay? So we're gonna put this here just so you know it's there, but it's always there. And what we're gonna do, according to the book, is we're gonna multiply times the inverse, which is the opposite. So we're gonna multiply this times -9 over 1, because there's a 1 there. In doing that, what is -9 times 1?
Nine, negative
We
nine,
have -9. And what is 1 times -9?
negative nine.
-9. What's left? Just the x, right?
Right.
Whatever we do to one side, we have to just do to the other side. So we're gonna also multiply this times -9 over 1. How do we turn a whole number into a fraction? What do we put underneath of it?
We put a one.
A 1. Thank you. A 1. Well, it's -3 times -9. First of all, what's 9 times 3?
27,
27. The signs are the same. Will it be positive or negative?
positive,
Perfect. So we have positive 27 over 1. What is 27 over 1 equal?
1.
No,
27.
27, right? So
Oh.
27, remember, any number over 1 is itself, so 27. Okay. Now, that's a lot.
Bro,
Okay?
I can't even do that.
That's okay, because you're not gonna have to do that.
That's so much.
That's a lot, that's a huge process of using fractions. We're not gonna deal with fractions. Let me show it to you in a different light, okay?
well, we don't really see it.
Let me show it to you in a different light. What I need you to understand is that what is our ultimate goal? To get the variable by itself, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This is division. What's the opposite of division? Multiply. So we're just gonna multiply whatever, both sides times whatever our denominator is. What is our denominator? It's the bottom
9.
number.
-9.
So we're gonna multiply this times -9. We're gonna multiply this times -9. Just know, by doing this, essentially this is -9 over 1, right? This just cancels out. That leaves us with x equals. And then what is 9 times 3?
27.
Positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive. Much shorter, right? We don't have to deal with fractions. Just know that
No.
in doing the opposite, which is division, we're gonna multiply both sides times the bottom number of the fraction.
No. You just answered.
A little bit simpler, right? No, we don't have to get confused with the fractions. We just need to understand that by multiplying times 9, it is 9 over 1. Its job is to just cancel out and leave us with x. Whatever we do to one side of the equation, we have to do to the other, okay? All right. So right now I'm gonna have Ulysses. Come on up here. Okay, we're gonna try to solve for M. Yep, solving for M. What is our first step?
Turn this into a division.
Yep, exactly. Opposite of multiplication, which is division.
So it's 2 over 1.
No, we're just dividing by 2. But we're not doing fractions anymore. And what, can we just do one side?
Now we gotta do this.
Let me see it. By 2. So what does this do over here?
1.
Which cancels out,
yeah.
this with M, right? So down here, we're left with M, and what over here equals, what is 6 divided by 2?
3.
Because it be positive or negative.
Negative.
Right, -3. Purple.
That's gonna be negative.
That's right, we understand. You guys understand what he did?
Yeah.
Any questions about what he did, because you're gonna come up and do one also. No questions? All right. Let's go with 108 equals 9x. Keelan, come on up.
We'll need a calculator for that one.
Nah,
Right. Show me what we're doing. Back to divide both sides, which is the opposite of multiplication. Leaving us with x equals
11.
Close, 12. 12.
So,
108 divided by 9 is 12. 12, okay. Both sides are positive, so what is the answer stay? They're the same, right? Okay, so again, what he did the opposite function, so asked us to multiply, we divided. Divide both sides. 9 divided by 9 equals 1x, leave us with just the variable, just like we like it, all by itself. In dividing 108 by 9, he gets 12. Sides are the same, both positive, the answer stays positive, x equals 12. Any questions?
Nope.
No? Alex, you have any questions? You have any questions?
Only for number 2, but that's the word.
Well, so you understand both the process of multiplication and division? Bless you, sir.
Yeah.
Come on up. Come on up.
oh,
18k equals -6.
All right, so what are we trying to do? Wait, did it understand? What are we gonna do? Exactly. Times, positive or negative,
Something negative, because this side is not the same.
by itself. Exactly what you see is we're gonna multiply both sides by it, so it's a negative. Times negative 18. Can we just do one side or we have to do both sides?
Both sides.
Times. Right next to it. Yeah, like this. Since we don't be confused, that's what we
That's way too small.
Let's write it right here. Times. Just 18, negative. Okay, when we have two symbols next to each other, what do we have to do in this method? Parentheses, right? Separate the symbols. So what do these two do? Cancels out. Leaves us with, okay, equals. And he doesn't have a calculator up here, so what's 16 times 8? Somebody.
18.
6 times 18.
108.
Hmm?
108.
108. Is it positive or negative? Well, not the same. You have a negative, negative times negative is positive, you're right, 108.
Why is that corrected you?
Because you're a genius, Alex.
Shut up.
Did you tell you to shut up?
Yeah,
All right,
Chris.
I don't want to have to shank you, dude. It's only
I hate that
Thank me,
shanky.
I dare
It's only
you.
Thursday, man. We got plenty of time before the weekend. All right, so guess whose turn it is?
You
Thirty-one.
Anthony's turn.
You
Come on up.
Mickey.
I just left.
Anthony's turn.
I already went too.
Come on up.
Management good.
Why you leaving?
That's why.
What are we gonna do? There you go. Start again. Okay. What is this? Is it multiplication or division? So what's the
Can
opposite?
I do one of those, Chris?
You can, yes, absolutely. Multiply, right? So we're gonna multiply both sides. 6.
Did you already do one?
Times
Yeah,
negative.
Yeah, I did the-
division.
The division one.
That is a division one.
No, but like,
Are you still just run right
bro, what?
Oh.
Are you stupid?
What do you think?
Natural.
What we left with? On this side. Okay, so now we have 20 times -6. Anybody want to do a, what's 20 times 6?
20.
So 120, right, 120? The math is 120. Now, question, is it positive or negative? Negative, why is it negative? Excellent. Nice job. You guys all understand what we did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Multiply, which is the opposite function times the denominator on both sides. Cancels out, leaves us with b. You just did multiplication here, and because the signs are different, ends up with a negative 120.
Bless you.
Are you listening? You want to do a division?
Yeah.
All right. Come on up.
Divide. I mean, multiply it. Well,
Yeah, so that would be left for
I'll tell you.
2 times 12.
I mean, oh,
It's 24. Your father is negative.
negative.
Negative is what? Perfect. Okay, Ulysses got it down. All right, multiply times the denominator, both sides.
You did that under 20 seconds.
On the variable side, we're left with just W equals,
Yeah.
does the math. 12 times 2 is 24, sides are different, so it's negative 24. Yes, sir. You can, absolutely. That's what this is for, sir.
Cause I could do one when he's done.
You just did a division. You want to do a multiplication one?
Yeah.
Cool. So we have m over 4 equals 13. Come on, Kim.
We have a good multiplier.
That's our first step. All right, what's that division? When we do to one side, we have to do to the other. Right. Perfect. 13 times 4. About 52. 52 it is. Five of the negatives, sir. 52, no 54. You told me 52, you wrote 54.
Not 54, 52.
So we erase it. 52, all right. Any questions about that?
No.
No. All right, again, multiply times the denominator, both sides, leaves us with m equals 13 times 4, 52.
I'm brain dead.
I did great, yeah, brain dead.
What? No, because I put 54 instead of 52.
Remember, it's all about process. It's not always about answer, it's about process. If you understand the steps, that's what's important. We'll get to the answers, right? When we get process, that shows your learning, your understanding. Making a simple an error in multiplication or division, that's definitely something we look at. So here we go, kid. Let's give you.
Long hard one.
No.
6x
Long hard.
equals 96. Okay, so what is the function that's saying? 6. So that's multiply, right? What's the opposite? Let's see, this is going to do. Multiply. Just one side or both sides? Oh, one. You can give yourself some room because that was right answer. Bring that extra close, lower. There you go. And 96 divided by 6. Anybody with calculators?
What is it?
96 divided by 6.
16.
16. You pause 16. So you can pause for negative. Yeah, it is positive. Why is it positive?
I thought I was gonna get it wrong.
You didn't understand what he did. Again, that's the multiplication. 6x equals 96 is essentially saying 6 times x equals 96. The opposite of multiplying is divide. Divide both sides by 6. 6 divided by 6 is 1 and 96 divided by 6 is 16. No question. Sure. Remember, there's no such thing as a stupid question. And that's what this is for. All right, so your assignment today, gentlemen, your independent work is section 2.6. Page 91. Let's do some harder ones. Yeah, let's do 2 through 34. 31. 2 through 34 even. Okay, any questions about the assignment? What we're supposed to do?
Can I actually touch your bathroom?
Yeah, I'll write you back in just a second.
Are the bathrooms unlocked over there?
Yeah, all these are still locked for vandalism. You guys have to go front.
You want me to get it?
Yeah, that's not on one side.
Bro, and then there's a leak over there.
Oh, there's a leak up front?
Yeah, you know, them, there's right there.
Yeah,
They blocked that.
I've been up there.
part out.
So you guys work, if you need some help, let me know. That's what I'm here for.
It's 10:20.